Hi guys, Colleen from Walking the Resonant Path here. I just wanted to do a book review of a book I've just finished reading called Cornish Clouds and Silver Lining Skies by Ali McNamara. Now, if you watch my last book review, I did read another book, just that book review from Ali McNamara, and that was A Secret Cornish Wish. Now, this is a series, not in the way that the stories follow each other, but in the way that they're set in the same place. And that place is St. Felix in Cornwall. It's a made-up place in Cornwall called St. Felix. And this is set in the town of St. Felix and also on an island of St. Felix called Aurora. So I'll do what I usually do, and I'll read the blurb, and then I'll tell you what I thought of it. And both of those books are by Ali McNamara. So, meteorologist Sky Matthews does not like surprises. She monitors her life like she does the weather, carefully and with a scientific eye. So, when she finds herself temporarily relocated to the tidal island of the Cornish harbour town of St. Felix, she feels completely at sea. Worse still, she has to work alongside TV weatherman Sonny Samuels, who barely knows his storm from his tsunamis. It doesn't take long for Sky to become enchanted by the strange weather patterns over St. Felix. Sonny is convinced they are linked to local folklore, but Sky isn't about to fall for that, until she meets Walter, a local weather watcher with no qualifications beyond a lifetime of experience, and Sky is forced to question everything she thought she knew about the weather, herself, and Sonny. Is it possible the clouds were trying to tell her something all along? Now, this book I liked actually better than A Secret Cornish Wish. A Secret Cornish Wish, if you remember, I think I gave 3.5 cauldrons to. This one I thought was much better, probably because I felt really actually seen. I'm a person with a chronic illness, and the main person, Sky Matthews, in this book has a chronic illness, and also the author, Ali McNamara, has a chronic illness. And the way she writes about chronic illness, I felt very seen, and I don't often feel very seen in books that write about chronic illness, because people often, if they're just writing it from an outside perspective, don't understand it. Whereas she writes it from an inside perspective. This is a very light summer read, by the way. It's not all about her chronic illness, it's not depressing and all that. It's a fun sort of summer read. But it's just because the way she understands chronic illness, it actually made me well up with tears in a couple of places, because I thought, I feel really understood, and this person really understands chronic illness and the way it feels to have it. So I really like that part, the fact that firstly there was a main character with a chronic illness, and that chronic illness was completely understood, and how it's feeling, and how she was written as a whole character. She wasn't just written as her illness, she was written as a complete character, which I really thought was good and I really enjoyed. Now, the other thing I really enjoyed about this book, if you know me and you listen, I don't like just pure romances, or if the romance takes over the rest of the plot. I don't mind romance in it, but I don't like full-on. And that's what I really liked about this. This was a light summer read with some, fun mysteries and things about the weather, and they were the main things that this was about. Whereas the romance was just like little bits throughout it. Whereas the main things was this mystery about the weather, and another mystery about what's going on in the tunnels beneath Tregallen Castle and things like that. So I really liked that aspect. So I actually liked this book a lot more than I liked The Secret Cornish Wish. I still liked The Secret Cornish Wish because they're quick, light, fun summer reads. But I like this one better because firstly I felt seen, and she wrote the character of Sky Matthews really well, as somebody understood. I didn't like the character of Jamie so much. I got to like him better at the end. He was a love interest, like Sonny Samuels, but his real name's Jamie. He was okay. I got to like him more at the end, but, he was okay. But I did like the characters of Talia and Fisher as well. There were some other characters on the island, so I liked them, and I really liked the main character, Sky Matthews. And as I said, I liked that there was some more, it was more about the weather patterns, what's going on with the weather and what's going on sort of underneath the tunnels. And the romance was just dotted throughout, so I did like it for those reasons. So I'm going to give this book a 4 cauldrons. So that is Cornish Clouds and Silver Lining Skies by Ali McNamara, 4 cauldrons. Well, I hope you have a glorious day and do whatever resonates within your soul. Bye now.